Hi kids, welcome to Archer series by Heavens Publishing House. This is Archer. I am going to take up English series for class 8. This is your English course book, English Skylights by Shikha Sharma. And today kids, we are going to begin with chapter number 8, that is waste technology, how we can deal with all the waste, right? So children, as we know, our environment is continuously being harmed by various hazardous, various dangerous materials. So look at these pictures and discuss which ones of these are dangerous for the environment. Do you know which materials are dangerous for the environment? Right. Good, very good. Now, for the first one, what do you see here? Yes, very good. It is a plastic bag and it is non-biodegradable, children. So it is hazardous, right? Plastic is a very, very hazardous material, right? Then we have a thermocol plate. Again, children, it is a non-biodegradable material. Thermocol is non-biodegradable. It does not decompose on its own, right? Then we have plastic straws. Again, a very hazardous material. Then we have a jute bag, right? Jute is degradable, right? It is biodegradable. It decomposes on its own. So it is non-hazardous material. Here, now these rest are an exercise for you. You go and find out about cane basket, paper bag, firewood, and an earthen pot. Right? So, this is an exercise for you to complete. Right, kids? Let's move on. So, children, about this lesson is about recycling waste technology. How do we recycle the waste? What technologies are available these days so that we can recycle and reuse the waste, right? In this lesson, we'll get to know about how the recycling of waste is done without harming the environment. How come recycling is the best alternative amongst all in order to save our environment from degradation. Degradation means worsening of its condition. How can we save our environment from worsening, right? Ready? So let's begin the chapter. Recycling waste. First of all, are you aware of this term recycling? Yes, children, recycling means processing some of the used objects and materials and make something new so that we can use them again, right? So, recycling is processing of waste items or waste objects. Okay, so recycling waste not only helps save money but also helps the environment, right? Recycling does save our money, but it also saves the environment at the same time. We lessen the pollution that is created by burning rubbish. We see all over people have this habit of burning all the garbage that is collected, right? So, when you recycle instead of burning the waste, you lessen the pollution, right? And save valuable resources. We also save the valuable resources. Many countries encourage recycling and new technology allows more waste to be reused. There are so many countries these days who are promoting, who are motivating their citizens to recycle their products, right? And there are so many new technologies that have been developed in order to recycle these waste products. Most of the rubbish that can be reused are, what are all the things that can be recycled and reused? They are paper, metals, glass, and even plastic, right? So we can recycle and reuse these waste products, these waste materials. Now children, half the world's waste consists of paper. Half the quantity of the total waste that is collected every day all over the world is that of paper, right? So many countries, what they do, import waste paper rather than new pulp for their paper mills. So they make new paper with the help of waste paper, right? They do not order in new pulp for the same. So in a way, they are recycling these papers, right? How do they do that? The waste is pulped, right? Cleaned and bleached to remove most of the ink and dirt before it is turned into new paper in the same way as wood pulp or rag. What is pulp, children? Pulp that we're talking about is what do you say? It is made from processing. It is made from the fibrous part of plants or from recycled paper also. So what these countries are doing, they are importing waste material. They are importing waste paper, right? So that waste is pulped, cleaned, right? And bleached. Bleaching is done to remove all the ink stains and dirt that is remaining on the paper waste before it is turned into new paper in the same way as wood pulp or grass. What is wood pulp? Wood pulp, it is a very renewable and biodegradable raw material that we obtain from trees, right? And rags, we know, clothes. Metals are recycled into new steel and other metals. Now, this was about paper, how the paper is recycled. And now, we'll study about metals. How are they recycled? They are recycled into new steel and some other metals, right? A new car today consists of parts of earlier cars. Nowadays, whatever cars are being made, some of them, they use the metal from earlier used cars, right? That have been scraped and turned to steel sheets. Scraped means rubbing with something that is hard and then they are beaten into steel sheets. They are turned into steel sheets. Aluminium is worth recycling. Now this is another metal, aluminium, which is worth recycling because extracting it from bauxite. What is bauxite, children? It is an ore, right? It is an ore from where we extract or we obtain aluminium. Okay. So it's worth recycling because extracting it, saving it from its ore bauxite consumes a huge amount of electricity, right? So in order to save electricity, we must try to recycle aluminium as much as possible. Since most aluminium today is recycled, the energy used to make aluminium has fallen by a quarter since the early 1970s. Since we have started recycling all this aluminium, the energy it consumes has reduced by 25%, children, since 1970, right? Glass. Now we talk about glass. Glass is also worth recycling. The most sensible method is to use glass bottles as often as possible. So children, you all have all these pickle bottles, jam bottles. There are so many glass bottles you have seen in your houses every day, right? You see them every day. So what's best you can do is you can put them to reuse, yeah? You can reuse those glass bottles instead of just throwing them or taking them away of your house, away from your house. Now, broken glass known as cullets. What are broken glass pieces known as? They are known as cullets. Okay. So, broken glass known as cullets can also be recycled. Even the glass that is broken can also be recycled. Many Western countries have bottle banks into which used bottles can be thrown. So there are so many countries which have these bottle banks where you can go and deposit your glass bottles. Bottle banks depend on people's goodwill. Now these banks, they entirely depend on people's goodwill, right? So it is your duty, children, to go and deposit all the glass bottles in those banks so that they can reuse or recycle those, right? Colors, that is the broken glass of mixed colors, can be used only to make green glass. Now, if you have pellets of mixed color, you have broken glass pieces of mixed color, then it can only be used to make green glass. Broken glass can be remelted in furnaces and then it can easily be shaped into new bottles and other objects. Now the other glass pieces, broken glass pieces, they can be taken to furnaces where they can be remelted and again shaped into different objects. Right? Now plastic is one of the most difficult substances to recycle. It is the most difficult one to recycle because it comes into many different varieties. There are so many different varieties of plastic available, right? For example, a simple plastic bottle sometimes it consists of 6 layers of different types of plastic, each designed to give the bottle certain qualities, shape, strength, and flexibility, right? So, single bottle can contain up to 6 different layers of, different types of plastics, right? So, it's very, very difficult to recycle plastic. And as yet, there is no easy way to change an old plastic bottle into a new one. And as of yet, we have not discovered a way where we can recycle an old plastic bottle into a good quality new one. Right? Unfortunately, plastic scrap can only be turned into a lower quality product. Unfortunately, children, whatever recycling is done with plastic, the product we obtain, the recycled product we obtain is of lesser quality, right? It is of lower quality. Example, plastic might be cleaned only to be cut into very thin pieces and used to stuff seat cushions. What can you do with these plastic scraps? You can you can clean it first and then cut it into very thin pieces, very tiny pieces, and you can use it as a stuffing in your seat cushions. And durable, very strong fencing can be made when a mixture of plastic waste is recycled into plastic timber, plastic lumber. What is plastic lumber, children? Lumber, children, is a piece of wood that is processed and made into uniform size or uniform width sheets, right? So, what is plastic lumber? These pieces, if they are made of plastic, they become plastic lumber. So, this plastic scrap, it can be used to either to stuff the seat cushions or they can be used as plastic lumber and they can be used for durable fencing. Right, children? I hope it is all clear to you. Very good, children. Are there any doubts? Good. So, what is the moral that you learn from this chapter, children? We should keep 2 winds in our house, right? One should be a green one and another blue one. The green one should have all the waste that comes from your kitchen, like the vegetable peels, fruit peels, right? And the blue one should have plastic waste, broken glasses, pieces of synthetic clothes in the blue bin, so that indicates that these materials can be recycled, right? Clear? Good. Now, let's begin with the exercises, children. Okay, pick the correct answer. Number 1, rubbish that can be recycled is paper, glass, both A and B, and fruit peels. What material can be recycled, children? Yes, both paper and glass can be recycled. So, option C, right? Now, number 2, plastic is one of the most dashed substances to recycle. Yes, children, very good. It is the most difficult, right? It is the most difficult substance to recycle. Wonderful. Number 3, plastic scrap can be changed into a dash quality product. Good, correct answer is a lower quality product. Number 4, when the waste is clean, dash are removed too. What do we try to remove from the paper waste? Exactly, the ink and the dirt. Very good, children. Let's move on to the next exercise. Now, fill in the blanks we are going to begin with. Number 1, dash are dashed into new steel and other metals. So, what are recycled into new steel and other metals? Metals. Hmm. Metals are recycled. They are recycled into new steel or other metals. Right? Number 2, glass is also what? Glass is also what? Recycling. Great going to this. Right? Number 3, dash of mixed colors can be used only to make green glass. So, what are colors I told you? They are broken pieces. So, colors of mixed colors, if we recycle, they can be made only into green glass. Right? Number 4, bottle bags depend on dash goodwill. On whose goodwill do these bottle bags depend? Exactly, yours. That is people. On people's goodwill. Right? Number 5, mixture of plastic waste is recycled into plastic lumber. Right? That can be used for making durable fencing. Right, children? Shall we move on? Okay. Now, true or false? Recycling waste helps the environment. Does recycling help the environment? Yes, it does. So, true. Number 2, many countries encourage recycling. Yes, children, there are so many countries that motivate and encourage their citizens to recycle more and more. So, it is true. Number 3, half the world's waste consists of plastic. Is it true? No, half of the waste is paper. Right. So, is it false? Number 4, metals are recycled into new steel and other metals. Yes, it is correct. So, true. Number 5, aluminium is not worth recycling. That's not true. Aluminium should be recycled as it is very, very expensive to extract it from bauxite. That is its ore. Right? So, false. Number 6, broken glass is known as cullet. That's true, right? Good. So, all these exercises are they clear to you, children? Shall we proceed? Okay. Now, answer the following question. Number 1, children, is how does recycling help us? So, very good. Recycling not only saves our money, but it also saves the environment, right? We would have been polluted the environment if we burn the rubbish. So instead, we should opt for recycling. It is used to it lessens the pollution and it saves the environment, right? Good. Number 2, in what ways do many countries encourage recycling? These countries have been encouraging recycling by importing what? Yes, waste paper instead of new pulp for making their paper, right? And also they encourage recycling of metals. They have opened glass bottle banks in their countries, right? Where people can go and post their bottles over there, right? So that they can be recycled. Some of the rubbish that can be used, that can be recycled. So what are all those materials? It is paper, right? Then metal, glass, and also plastic. So all these materials can be recycled and reused. Right? Is clear? Good. Number 4, how is paper recycled? So the waste paper is first cleaned, it is first pulped, right? Then it is cleaned and bleached, right? It is then bleached to remove all the ink stains and dirt from the waste paper, and now it is converted into new sheets of paper, right? How can glass be recycled, children? The best way to recycle glass by reusing the glass bottles, right? And also you can deposit these bottles in the bottle banks, in the glass bottle banks that are available in many of the countries. Why is plastic one of the most difficult substances to recycle? Because children, plastic comes in a large variety. There are so many varieties of plastic that are available. For example, in a simple plastic bottle, there can be up to 6 layers of different plastic being used. So as of yet, no technology, no way has been found out to recycle plastic in a good way, right? How can broken glass be recycled? So do you remember what broken glass is called, children? Very good, wonderful. It is called cullets. So cullets, if they are of mixed color, they can be converted into green glass, and otherwise they can also be remelted into new objects. They can be remelted in the furnaces and can be reshaped into new objects, right? Good. Now, how can plastic scrap be used? How can we use the plastic scrap? The plastic scrap, children, it can be cleaned and cut into tiny pieces and used as a stuffing in cushion seats. Now also you can convert it into plastic lumber and use it as durable fencing. Clear, children? I hope all these question answers are understood by you. Good. So children, that was all for this chapter. I hope you have understood it completely. Any doubts, you can come to me, right? Now I will see you with the next chapter very soon. Till then, stay later children. Bye bye.